What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, man, and I am back with another high five and bargain bin for you guys. Now, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, the high five are 5 players that you can easily afford to fit into your lineup that can be the building blocks of your lineup and help you be successful with NBA DFS in that night. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the positions where I like certain players, and I'm going to pick my options. I'm going to put 5 people on the screen right here that are part of my high five, people that I expect to fly high and do very well, that can be great building blocks for the rest of your squad. And then I'm going to cover the bargain bin guys, the guys you can plug in with some of the high five guys, or guys that you really love for the day and catch some value with. All right, so starting with the point guard position. James Harden just played last night, okay? He played a lot of minutes at that. Okay, he played a lot of minutes last night, and now he's going to travel to Denver from New Orleans and play the fast-paced Denver team. Now, last time Harden played Denver, he didn't play too well, according to the standards that we expect him to put up, especially at that big of a price tag. As well as him, Antetokounmpo just played against the Lakers. Now, this is a good matchup against Golden State now that they don't have Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is very long and can match up with Antetokounmpo better than a lot of these players on Golden State can. Matter of fact, none of these guys are going to be able to match up with Antetokounmpo the way that Kevin Durant could have. The problem is Antetokounmpo just hasn't had a big game. I thought against the Lakers it was going to be a huge game. He only ended up barely breaking 40. Okay, so I just don't know if he could barely break 40 with the Lakers that he's going to do much better against Golden State. I just really don't. So I'm catching a little value, and I really love Chris Paul in Los Angeles against one of the better teams in the NBA, if not the best team in the NBA. Okay, this should be a good game here. All right, and Cleveland not only is one of the best teams in the NBA, but they struggle against the point guard position. And we all know that Chris Paul can put up those 50-point games easily. With ease, he can put up those 50-point games. And with this game expecting to be close in Los Angeles, I expect this to be a shootout. I expect this to be a good game here. These are two of the better teams in the NBA facing off. This should be a very, very good battle. Okay, a lot of people are going to be hooking onto the Houston-Denver game. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. It is going to be a high-scoring game, very fast-paced, which is good fantasy-wise. But those games, I recommend that you just catch value in those games. Play some cheaper guys that can do very good in those type of quick situations, and I will cover one of those in the high five, matter of fact. Now, like I said, guys, Chris Paul at home in Los Angeles against the best team in the NBA. This should be a very good game here. Players like Chris Paul, veterans like Chris Paul, when they play against other very good teams like Cleveland, they want to prove something. They want to show their dominance pretty much. So I expect Chris Paul to step it up to a whole nother level against Cleveland right here. Okay, both of these teams are playoff teams. I expect Chris Paul to step it up to a whole nother level here and really put on a show here against a very bad Cleveland defense when it comes to guarding the point guards. Okay, Chris Paul should have a great game there, and he has got to be in my high five, guys. At the shooting guard position, all right, we got Bradley Beal, who I really, really, really love because Charlotte is very bad at stopping three-pointers, okay? And Bradley Beal loves to shoot his three-pointers. Now, if you look at the game log and you go over to his 3 points made and his 3 points attempted, the last 3 games he attempted 12 three-pointers, 11 three-pointers, and 10 three-pointers. Okay, against Charlotte, he's going to do about 12 to 15 three-pointers in this game. I mean, shit, if he can make 6 or 7 of those, it's an amazing fantasy night. Okay, I love Bradley Beal here, but I'm going cheaper, guys, because you know I give you guys players that you can fit all these guys in your lineup with ease and be able to catch value also. So, a player that I really love for the high five is Lou Will. Lou Will just put on a show against his old team in Los Angeles. Okay, now they're traveling to a Denver team that if you look at his past, okay, Los Angeles is a very fast-paced team. He put up 53 against them. Earlier on in the year, He put up 45 against Sacramento, okay, which is another very fast-paced team, okay? Against fast-paced teams is where Lou Will exceeds, okay? And especially in a game that's projected to have the highest total of points out of any of the games of the night, you got to have some exposure to it, and I love Lou Will at only 5,800. I love his value potential here. As we see, he's got that 53-point potential now. He's not going to put that type of points up, but I would not be surprised to see him exceed 40 DraftKings points here in this game. All right, so I love Lou Will. This fits right into his wheelhouse going against fast-paced teams like Denver. All right, now, next position, I'm going with King James, man. Like I said, I love this game, Cleveland and the Clippers. Now, Kyrie Irving is dealing with an injury. Okay, he's dealing with some soreness, I believe. Let's go ahead and check on that right now that I'm talking about it. Kyrie Irving is questionable. He's going to receive treatment on his sore left knee Friday and will travel with the Cavs to Los Angeles, but isn't certain to play Saturday. Now, whether Kyrie plays or Kyrie doesn't play, okay, I love LeBron James just as much. Matter of fact, I love LeBron James even more if Kyrie doesn't play. So I'm kind of hoping that they play it safe with Kyrie, with it getting close to playoff time, and they don't play him and allow LeBron to run this offense. Okay, because LeBron's easily going to hit a triple-double against this Clippers team. Okay, Blake Griffin's not going to be guarding him. Blake Griffin's going to be dealing with Tristan Thompson down low and Kevin Love down low. Okay, DeAndre Jordan's obviously not going to guard him. This is a great situation for LeBron James. He's going to have Abuba Butte or whatever the fuck that dude's name is guarding him. LeBron James is going to take full advantage of that matchup. It is a fantastic matchup for him. And like I said, I expect this game to be a very close game, very competitive. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to overtime. This is an exciting game right here. I'm excited to watch this game. LeBron James has got to be in the high five. Now at the power forward position, Frank Kaminsky. Now we all know Frank Kaminsky's potential, guys. Yes, Zeller is doing well, but they want Frank Kaminsky down there. I mean, you see, now that he came back from injury on the 13th, he played 24 minutes, just warming back up. Last game, he played 31 minutes, scored 28 DraftKings points. I expected to be 30-plus minutes here against Washington, and Washington is bottom in the league against power forwards. Okay, not to mention that they're bad against power forwards already, but Frank Kaminsky not only can score very easily on the inside, but he is an amazing shooter from the outside as well. Frank Kaminsky can put up points in a hurry from a whole bunch of different locations, all right, on the court. He is going to put up a lot of points here. I also love Marvin Williams as well. I love both of these guys. But I love Frank Kaminsky because he's cheaper. He's $1,000 cheaper than Marvin Williams. And I think he can go back to his old ways here and get us 35-plus DraftKings points in a plus matchup at home against Washington. I love Frank Kaminsky there, guys. Now, the last position for the high five is my boy, Will Barton. Like I said, guys, you know, there's no reason to pay up for the super expensive guys in this game. Yes, it's projected to be the highest scoring total of the night, and I believe it. Both of these teams play very, very fast. It should be a high-paced game. It should not be too bad of a game. Now, Houston did not slack on Harden's minutes much at all last night. Okay, he played a lot of minutes. I believe he hit 40 minutes last night. That's a lot of minutes to be playing in New Orleans and then travel overnight to Denver to the high altitude and then play again against a fast-paced team in the Denver Nuggets. I'm not high on Harden, which is why I'm catching value on both of these teams. I love Will Barton. His last game with Gallinari out, okay? With Gallinari out, he's getting a lot more minutes here, okay? And with Wilson Chandler out as well, he's getting a lot more playing time. And when this guy sees the court a good amount of time, he puts a great amount of points up. He played 36 minutes against the Clippers, and he dropped 50 fantasy points the other day, guys. Since he got these more minutes, since Wilson Chandler and Gallinari have not been in, he has played 30 minutes against the Lakers, scored 37 DraftKings points. Against the Clippers, he played 36 minutes, put up 50 DraftKings points. And against Houston, it'll be a high-scoring game like we've already covered, okay? It's a great situation for Will Barton to succeed here, Okay, coming off the bench with the second unit, he is going to do very, very well against this Houston team. And you got to take advantage of these cheaper options in this game if you decide you want to take my advice and fade Harden today. Okay, now here we go. Chris Paul, Lou Will, LeBron James, Frank Kaminsky, and Will Barton are the high five for today, guys. These are guys that if you plug these guys in, like you see, you got 4,200 left to go. That is plenty of money to put some decent, good little value guys in the last 3 spots. There's been tons of value the last few days in DFS, so definitely catch some of this value, and you will be very well off with guys like Chris Paul, LeBron James, Will Barton, Frank Kaminsky, and Lou Will. All those guys have crazy potential in their matchups, and I absolutely love it. Okay, now let's cover the bargain bin plays of the day. Bargain bin guys are the guys who are right around the 4,000 range in price and under, that you can plug in with these more expensive guys that you know are going to do great and have the crazy upside, and you can score a good amount of points with. Okay, now let's go ahead and go down here and look at some value guys. All right, now Tony Parker he's been ruled out for Wednesday. I would expect him to actually make his return here against Memphis. I don't know if I like it, but he might make his return. Now keep an eye on the Kyrie Irving situation, because Darren Williams would start if he's out, and he's only 4,400. He can meet good value there. And at point guard, it's very low on value plays. Okay, it is very low on value plays. On the shooting guard range, you have a lot of good value here. Bogdanovic. Against a Charlotte team that gives up a lot of three-pointers. Bogdanovic is a very good three-point shooter. Okay, he can put up a lot of points in a hurry with these three-pointers. And against Charlotte, that's where you want to take advantage of them. Just like I love Bradley Beal, I love Bogdanovic, and he's a cheaper option. So if you decide to go elsewhere other than Bradley Beal, I would definitely suggest going Bogdanovic at only 4,500 against a team that struggles bad against shooters. Okay, J.J. Redick in this matchup against Cleveland. Like I said, good game here. Should be an intense matchup. J.J. Redick should have a very decent game here, and for only 4,500, I love him. But one of my favorite bargain bin guys of the day is J.R. Smith, okay? Iman Shumpert's banged up. He's questionable to play. If Iman Shumpert doesn't play, Kyle Korver is also banged up. So if they both so happen to miss the game, J.R. Smith is going to be an amazing play at 4,200, okay? I'm definitely leaning towards this guy as one of my favorite bargain bin guys of the day. Okay, for 4,200, J.R. Smith has that potential to put up crazy points. He already is going back to his regular workload. He's playing a good amount of minutes already, coming back from that hand injury, and he played very well last game. So I really, really like that situation, guys. Also, I love Tony Allen at only 3,800 against San Antonio. Now, this projected total is low, but you don't always have to look at projected total and just go off of that, okay? I love Tony Allen because he should be able to make plays on the defensive end. He rebounds. He does all types of shit. Tony Allen can fill the stat sheet quick, and for only 3,800, he should be able to make value pretty damn easily. All right, so those are the shooting guards. Let's go ahead and cover some centers that I love for the cheap. There's some real good cheap options. At only 4,000, my favorite center value is Zaza Pachulia against Milwaukee. They struggle against big men down low. Zaza had a great game against Milwaukee. The last 2 games in a row, he's gotten 30-plus Draftkings points against Milwaukee. Great situation. If he gets 30 points again, that's amazing for only $4,000. That's beautiful. Robin Lopez just had a ridiculous game last night. Going against Utah, it's a tougher matchup against Rudy Gobert. I am fading, expecting him to do that again. Let's see. There's some other great options that I really loved. Gortat. I really love Gortat in this matchup, guys. They didn't play him a shit ton of minutes this game last night. And against Charlotte, they struggle against big men down low, so I love Gortat. Another player that didn't get a lot of run last night, and I'm thinking they're going to run heavy today, is Clint Capella. He only played like 15 minutes last night, which could be a game plan of them playing him heavy against this fast-paced Denver team. Okay, he likes to run the floor. He's a quick, big guy. So Capella could be definitely the athleticism that they need against a fast-paced team like Denver. And they played him a short amount of minutes because they expect to play him much heavier in this game. So I love his value for only 5,400. And that's it. Now, I will cover one more. Let me go to small forwards real quick. Look at some cheap options at small forward. Like I already said, Bogdanovic's one of my favorite options here, guys. Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes is going to be a fantastic option. They have struggled a lot against big men in Milwaukee lately. Okay, Matt Barnes has been playing fantastic lately. They're giving him consistent minutes. And for only 4,100, value is going to be there. Joe Johnson. He has been in the starting lineup the last few nights because of matchup situations. I think the matchup is once again very good in Joe Johnson's favor against Chicago. Joe Johnson's a very good scorer. He can put up points in a hurry. Chicago's just, they're struggling defensively a lot right now. Jimmy Butler will be dealing with, Gordon Hayward, sorry. Joe Johnson will be dealing with Gordon Hayward, okay? So he's not going to be on Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson's not going to see nobody who can play defense. Great value at only 4,000. I love it. I already told you about Tony Allen. I'm not liking Vince Carter at all. And that's about it, guys. I really like Mute against Cleveland, too. I mean, he's just amazing value. When you get a guy who's bare minimum price and he's in the starting lineup, you have to consider him, okay? If he gets 15, that's 5 times value. I expect him to at least hit 20 in this game, okay? At least hit 20. That is amazing value, guys. That is amazing value. That's a little over 6 times value. That is great value when you're spending only 3,000. You need a guy who can put up those type of points, guys. And that's it, man. Good luck to everybody. Like the video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Good luck, everybody. Once again, if you want to hit me up on Twitter, it's Cam_ATL. Comment down below any questions and concerns. Once again, I do give out lineups, guys. So if you're busy or something, you need a solid lineup that you can trust, hit me up at Cam_ATL. It's $5 for a day, $20 for 5 days. Hit me up and I'll hook you up. Good luck once again, everybody. DFS squad. Let's get it.